The countdown to the Sochi Winter Olympics opening ceremonies hit the 100-day mark. RT's Paul Scott's in the host city of the Games for us, and Andrew Farmer's following the Olympic torch relay, which has reached Russia's westernmost region, Kaliningrad. Let's go live to those guys now. Hi there, nice to see you, chaps. First of all, let's go to Paul. Just 100 days to go. How ready is Sochi for the big event?
The message from the organisers is that Sochi is and will be ready, but it's actually been a rather low-key affair to mark 100 days until the start of the Games. The feeling in the city is that the hard work needs to continue. The new president of the International Olympic Committee, Thomas Bach, saying that the 100 days in the build-up to the Games, the start of the Games, are undoubtedly going to be the busiest for the organisers. Bach has been on a tour of some of the venues over the last 24 hours or so. He's been to the main media centre, he's been to the athletes' village, and he's been to the fished Olympic Stadium, which is going to host the opening and closing ceremony. And tomorrow, the IOC are hosting a conference on sport and the environment here in the Radisson Hotel behind me, inside the Olympic Park. Now, Bach says that he thinks the venues are impressive and that he's confident that the athletes are going to be delighted with them. Over the course of the next 3 months, there are going to be 117 different tests on those venues. There are going to be conferences, rehearsals and sporting contests to make sure that all venues are up to operational standard. But the feeling in Sochi is right now, as the clock begins its countdown in earnest, that the hard work needs to continue to ensure that come February the 7th, this city is ready to welcome the sporting world.
All right, Paul, we'll leave you for now. Let's go very, very north, very, very west to Kaliningrad, the most westernmost region, of course, of Russia, where Andrew Farmer is. I can see some pretty lights behind you. There's a lot of people. How are people celebrating the 100-day countdown where you are then?
Yeah, well, there is plenty of excitement because the torch has been touring this pocket of Russia on the Baltic Sea, and it has just arrived here in the centre of Kaliningrad. I'm actually stood on the edge of Victory Square where, as you might be able to hear, the celebrations have started to mark the 100-day countdown, and it really is the finale to what has been a very memorable day, and one which started with plenty of excitement too, as I found out. 100 days to go, the torch is making its way across the Kaliningrad region, and the first leg of that has just started here in the town of Svetlogorsk, which is just 40 kilometres away from Kaliningrad, and during the day it will make its way into this city where it's due to arrive later this evening. As you can see, there's a lot of commotion here. This is actually the most westerly point of the relay. That's because this Russian exclave is sandwiched between Poland and Lithuania. Around about 1 million people live here, and as you can see, hundreds have turned out today to try and cheer on the torch. There are also dozens of torch bearers involved, and one of those does include Russia's world champion in open swimming, Vyacheslav Tikhonov. Now, it's hard to imagine that this torch only arrived in Russia 23 days ago from Greece. During that time, it's clocked up thousands of kilometres. It's been up to the North Pole. It's been carried by Father Frost, and in just over a week's time, it's due to go up to the International Space Station for a spacewalk. So that gives you a taste of what's been happening today. The last torchbearer, incidentally, was the governor of Kaliningrad, so he'll be a very proud man tonight. And in a moment, we are due to get a lot of fireworks and also a performance from the Latvian boy band Brainstorm, who'll do their best to give the flame a good send-off, as will the thousands of people that have gathered here today before that flame was put back inside that tiny lantern and flown off to the Arctic Circle to Murmansk, where this relay will continue around Russia.
That boy band's going to give us some competition for the camera, no doubt, so we'll let you all get on with it. Thanks, guys. Nice to see you both tonight. Thanks for the update.